What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? DoctorDDub here, and welcome back to Eastshade. We have just arrived here at the City of Nava, and we're about to just go exploring for a little bit. Talk to everyone we can, check out the city. We got a couple quests for here, so we'll see what happens.
Leilani.
Who is Leilani?
She works in the spice shop down in the lower market. She's not the best cook, though. But she's wonderful. I mean, she's a great person. So kind, funny, thoughtful. We've been spending a lot of time together lately. Things are really so great between us. I think I want to ask her if she'll be my girlfriend.
This is a lot to tell a complete stranger.
I want to be somewhere special when I ask her, though. Somewhere magical and perfect. Like sitting on a golden cloud at sunset while butterflies circle around us. But you're probably not interested in this kind of thing.
Hi, my name's Doc. Nice to meet you. No, it sounds mushy. Nah, tell me more. I'm curious.
She loves bread. So yesterday I baked her a loaf in the shape of a rose. We ate it together on a bench in the garden. It was so perfect.
Why is she telling me all this?
What if I already missed the perfect moment? I'm just so nervous to ask the question. Would you do me a favor? Can you find out Leilani's favorite place? I know it's kind of silly to dance around like this. I just want it to be special.
Sure. No, love is disgusting? What?
You're the best! She works in the spice shop down in the lower market area. Let me know what you find out. Please hurry. I'm so excited.
Okay, that's one way to start things off. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell at all. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to this stuff. I'm using a different encoder to record today's episode. Hopefully it looks a little smoother than normal. To me, it looks night and day better, but I'm also really picky about everything, so. But yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to get through Nava in one episode. I'm hoping we can. The city doesn't seem that large, but I guess we'll really get a feel for its size today.
Oh dear. Oh no. I've done something terrible. I'm not sure if we've met before, but I need help.
I like this guy's voice. What happened?
Dear. This morning I sold some zucchinis. I thought they were zucchinis, but now I still have the zucchinis here in my basket. I sold toxic tubers. Oh God. I've no idea who I sold them to.
Toxic tubers when someone thought they were zucchini. What? That doesn't sound good. Instead of asking how it happened, what are the symptoms? We'll probably need to keep an eye out for this person.
Numb legs, upset stomach, and then hours of vomiting.
Oh boy, that sounds not fun. It's going to be okay, Tab. It's going to be okay.
How? How will this ever be okay? I'm ruined. Once was bad enough, but twice.
This is the second time doing it? What?
And now people are going to start being sick. There's so little time. I need to recover those tubers. Can you help me? I've got no one else to turn to.
I can't associate myself with you.
Thank you,
Oh,
thank
gosh.
you. Please, just ask people if they bought any zucchinis today. Tell them what happened and get the tubers back. I sold 4 zucchinis altogether, and I put them in blue bags. Maybe that could help you find them. Oh God, I hope no one has eaten any.
Okay, so now we're looking for people with blue bags. Ooh. This feels very marketplace. This music. Hello, do you have any blue bags, sir? Or madam? I can't tell. All the people in this game. Ooh, what is down here? This is spooky. I like this. I feel like this is going to lead out to the water. Ooh. This music is so cool. It's very, cultural. That's what I was trying to say. So this is like the outer... Hear the riveting tale of the pauper and the elk. Storytelling begins at 7 o'clock at the Tarnished Teapot. That's a cool name for a tavern. I'm assuming it's a tavern. I hear a blacksmith. I'm totally not supposed to be here, but everlasting life, elixir of life, just some... Whoa. Hello there. I definitely don't need to be here, but I don't care. This is cool. And look at the... Whoa, there's icebergs? I think I saw those last episode. Oh, holy crap. It's getting dark.
Get your news here. Get your news here.
Can we get back inside? Going this way, please?
What's the password?
We need a password?
Then get lost.
Ooh, fancy. All right, if we start freezing, I do have the ability to make a campfire, I think. So we might have to just do that. Hopefully we can get inside to some place that'll have doors that we could go inside of. I don't think it necessarily needs to be a tavern. Maybe we could even set up our tent inside any old building and sleep through the night without needing a campfire. We just need the warmth of inside, not necessarily a warm bed. Although that would be preferred. I don't know if we can find one in time. Okay, so let's try this door. This looks like it could be something. That's a giant gate. Potentially not. Or potentially yes. That's just a large... Okay, is this a tavern?
Welcome to the inn below the Tarnished Teapot.
It is. Why, hello. Is that what this place is called?
Correct.
The place below the Tarnished Teapot. It doesn't have a name?
That is the name. We once had another name, but everyone just called us that inn below the Tarnished Teapot. I don't really blame 'em. This place is a bit of a dump. The manager has really let it go.
That's kind of funny.
Me.
That's even funnier. You're a great salesman.
Thanks. I try.
Why are you so down on your own end, Emil?
I make do. The more occupancy, the more bedding I have to wash. The property value's gone up so much, I'm sitting on a fortune anyway.
Why don't you sell it then? Is it just going to keep going up, I guess?
That would require some doing. Not really much of a doer.
So he's proud of how much money this place is worth, but is not willing to sell it. Okay.
I used to live on the mainland years ago, working as a bricklayer. Was terrible. Hated every minute. Then my grandma died, bless her soul, and left me a son. Quit my job that day and got the first ship here. For no reason in particular. Just wanted to leave. Bought this dumpy floor for dirt cheap. Didn't really know what I was doing. Now this city's a boom town and I'm living off the reverse mortgage. Just goes to show, act impulsively and sometimes you get rich. That's what I've learned anyway. Oh, and have some inheritance.
Yep, that's the trick. That's a ridiculous trick, but a trick nonetheless. Wow, so there's 4 rooms we can stay in. I want to check out upstairs first, and then we will probably crash for the night. We do have some glowstones to our name. They use the same glass design as they do in Lindau. Okay. Hello, people. So this would be the
sound.
The tarnished
Come
teapot.
hear a tale of trickery and wit. There was once a witch who lived in a tiny hut at the edge of a swamp.
What is going on with the
She was skilled
lighting?
in the healing arts and could cure nearly any ailment. Though she had many visitors, her truest companions were a cluster of spiders living under her table. One day, a man ambled up the path and knocked upon her door. "You must be the wise witch Flera, curer of all ills." He looked around the hut with a sneer. "People cross the world for your cures, and yet you live in this terrible shack. Surely folks pay dearly for the chance to continue breathing." But Flera was not one for glowstones, and she quite liked her home. She only stiffened and asked what his ailment was. So, he told her of the terrible pains and aches he suffered. Horrible scratching in his toenails, in each strand of hair, and in his tear ducts. It was a torture like none other. But he'd heard of the cure, only to be found in the swamp near her home. The only way to ease his pain? The heart root. Well, in all her years of saving lives, Flera had never heard of such a route. But the bog wasn't so treacherous, and she had gone in many times for lesser cures. So, she agreed to find the heart root, and the man agreed to wait in her hut. Flera trudged through the swamp, thick with slime and the stinking air heavy with rot. When she came to a clearing of black clay,
It's quite
she
descriptive.
thrust her hands into the wet muck, but alas, nothing. She dug for hours, her back aching and fingernails packed with mud. Finally, just as twilight fell to darkness, she found it. A spiraled green tuber, pulsing and glowing like a star. She
Not to be
lifted
confused
the
with a
root, heavy
zucchini.
with swamp water, and slid it into her bag. Not a moment later, something rustled in the shadows. A tiny silhouette showed itself beside her.
"You have stolen from me. That root is not yours to take."
It hissed. The witch could just make out the sight of a moss elf, staring up at her in fury. She told him of the ailing man and the power of the strange root, but the moss elf only grew more angry and stamped his feet in the swampy muck.
"It's a root of poison and destruction,"
He screeched.
"It cannot heal anything. I curse you. I curse you to remain in this bog forever."
And he snatched the root from her bag before darting back into the night. Flera's path melted away, replaced by a ring of identical tree trunks, branches crisscrossing, weaving a cage around her. Roots churned under her feet, and a bone-chilling mist draped itself over the bog. Flera sat down on a tree trunk and got to thinking, wondering about the man who had sent her in hunt of the root. Had he known the truth? Had he wanted to use it for evil? No way to tell, so she set to trying to remember if anyone had ever broken a moss elf curse. Just then, she felt a tickling down her arm and her leg. She fought the urge to swipe, and if it wasn't her own spiders, they brought terrible news. The supposedly ailing man had taken over Flera's hut, demanding riches and luxuries from the ill in exchange for false medicines. He'd thrown out her furniture and dumped the spiders into the rain, threatening to stomp them if they snuck back in. Now, it is often forgotten that spiders know an awful lot about a lot of things. With so many eyes and a knack for spinning tales, it's a natural skill. They knew exactly how to break a moss elf curse and set to spinning huge lacy webs, making a cocoon of the forest. They hummed softly, and when Flera cut through the silk, she was at the edge of the bog, her hut just up ahead.
Someone's quite the storyteller.
Laborers surrounded her home, painting and scraping, her precious herbs crushed beneath their feet. She peered through the window, and there was the man sitting upon a throne, and beside him, a large pile of jewels and glowstones. Flara burst through the door, and he jumped halfway to the sun. You've taken too much! There are hundreds of jewels before me, and not a one do you deserve! You haven't enough hands to even carry these riches, you snake! Now the spiders thought this was quite a funny idea, so they hummed again, and the man sprouted hundreds of hands, and his body grew long and snake-like. He shrunk smaller and smaller before slinking under the door and out into the bog. And so, you've now heard the tale of how centipedes came to be.
Wow. That was quite the origin story, and oh my gosh, I'm sorry I couldn't move the camera at all for any of that. The lighting in this entire room is just terrible. It's so bad. Alright, I think I'm gonna grab a room for the night. That was quite the lengthy story. I was not expecting it to go on for that long, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Welcome to the inn.
Yeah, I'll take a room.
You sure? We have rats.
Why is he... He is such a bad salesman.
If you really want, first door on your left.
He didn't even tell me up front how much it was gonna cost, but he's charging me any... What a slithery steak. With 100 hands. / centipedes. What's this? Explorer's Guide to the Tiffmore Bluffs. We have to paint something over there. The remote Tiffmore Bluffs are a well-enjoyed destination for Eastshadians. The bluffs were once filled with bustle, following the industrious wind power boom. Today, that excitement has settled, and travelers are now greeted by the gentle turning of windmills. Fields of endless herbs lure wild crafters to the area, and those knowing where to look may even view the remains of ancient ruins in the landscape. Anyone exploring the region should be sure to pack a coat or supply of mead to protect against the freezing winds swept upon the bluffs at night. For extra enjoyment, be sure to bring a tea kettle to take advantage of the many herbs growing on this wonderful land. So sounds like we have something to look forward to. Let's sleep until, 5 a.m.? Yeah. See you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Got some music to liven things up, and now we shall continue exploring, which is lovely. So we checked out that downstairs area. Feel weird calling it downstairs. Oh my gosh, is the lighting in this entire city terrible? I just saw something else flashing like crazy. Or was it this water wheel? Maybe that's what I was seeing. Nope, it's just terrible all around. Okay. Can we go around back here? Ooh. There's like a terrace garden out here, kinda. This is neat. Hello, farmer. How are you? Ooh, we can talk to him too.
To an outsider, this shady hillside might not seem like the best place to grow peas, but the farms of Nava's east side have been producing for hundreds of years. You see, Eastshadian peas don't handle direct sunlight like the continental variety. Oh, look at me, talking your ear off about peas already. Say, if you're looking for things to see in this country, you should find your way out to the Tiffmore Bluffs. There's some gorgeous farm country out there. When I was younger, I'd head out there all the time. These days, I find myself a bit too busy with my peas. Navian demand is higher than ever you know. By the way, if you need a few extra glowstones in your travels, I could use an extra pair of hands shucking some peas for market. I won't lie to you though, it's tedious work. Can really drain you.
Do we get to help farm? Oh, yeah, that'll be cool.
Well, I've never really given it much thought, to be honest. It's just the place I've always lived. Suppose I'll take it for granted a bit. It's a dreamy place to live, isn't it?
Okay, put me to work.
Fantastic. I'll show you what needs to be done. It's not too complicated.
Any chance to earn glowstones? Wait. Literally, that's it. You know my earlier statement about how that could be really cool. I take it all back. Can we check out his house, though? I'm assuming this is his house? Is it accessible from anywhere? Nope. Yet another door that can't be entered. That's okay. Well, how about that farming, guys? Pretty riveting stuff, right? Yeah, I know it was crazy. But there's cloth. So that's good. And how do we get back up? Do we have to go this way? Oh, alright. So you know how I mentioned at the very beginning, I was hoping we could explore the city in one episode? I really don't think that's going to happen. I don't know how deep it goes, but it looks like there's still quite a bit more to explore. And we're already about 2/3 of the way done with today's episode, so. Alright, so this is the inn. I do kind of want to go around this backside first, just because it looks easier to keep track of as far as what we've explored, rather than an open, centralized cityscape. Hello there, dear. Look how short his antlers are.
Well, hello there. Such a great day, isn't it?
Some of the voice acting in this game is so good. Some of it is so bad. This is kind of like middle of the road. It's a beautiful day.
I just love days like this. Last night, I saw 2 shooting stars, and right then I knew today was going to be a fine one. You're an artist? Oh, you must be very skilled. I can barely draw a straight line in the mud.
What
if you're
talent?
feeling especially energetic, we could always use a hand in the fields. We've got a lot of work down on the pea terraces. It can be draining, but I like to read in my free time. A nice book of poetry always boosts my spirits.
Jarek, I am way ahead of you. I already totally did that.
What? Are you serious? Okay, well, I bought some, but I definitely didn't eat them. I'd never make that kind of mistake. I just don't have them anymore. Threw them away.
Why would...
I need to go now.
Well, that's not sketchy at all. What the heck? What did it just update? Tuber troubles? A veggie vendor in Nava? Oh wait. One customer seems to have eaten the tuber, but they're too embarrassed to confirm it. In any case, they don't have it anymore. Oh, okay, so that's what happened. Good to know. Alright, I'm going to stop approaching these doors, because they clearly don't have any use whatsoever. That's a way to head back into the center of town. I want to keep exploring this outer reach, though. Ooh, this is kind of cool. So many little nooks and crannies to explore. This is a cool city. It's quaint. Very, very small, very cozy. What is this? A pile of stuff? With more boards and cloth. And chickens. I was gonna say, are they real? That one moves. That one, though, is kind of stuck in place. Oh, I thought that was a chicken he was cradling. It's not. Close, though. What is this? Save our goddess. Team's command. So that's a journal that we got from a quest? I read a wanted poster. A group called the Shez are looking for any information on a group called the Roots. Interesting. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled. Alright, now we backtrack. That's so loud. I just want to backtrack through this market area till we meet up with the tavern. Okay. Cool. And I'll check out this centralized whatever that is here in just a sec, but I don't know. I've got a routine here. Ooh, is this the guy? The brother of the guy in
You
Lindau?
made it to Nava! You still have the pastries, right? Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay, my brother's sitting at the table right outside the bakery. I'll go over to him first, then you follow behind. Remember, make him think you're a normal delivery person.
I felt bad about this at first. Now I'm totally on board with pranking him because this guy's accent is just amazing. Okay, we're gonna go act like a delivery person for his brother. Saying we have a delivery of strawberry pastries from overseas.
Can I help you?
What's up, Sergio? I have a delivery.
Good. I've been expecting a delivery. Give it here.
These truly are the finest raspberry.
Very good. I'll take them now. It looks like someone's rifled through these. They're a little crushed, too.
A little crushing isn't gonna ruin the tangy, sublime, gorgeous taste of raspberries.
Look at those eyes. He's gonna be so mad.
What's happening to me? This is the most revolting, sickening. This flavor. Grape! My tongue! It'll never be the same! What despicable baker would make an error so unforgivable?
Wow. I'm just a delivery person.
Neo, this my brother's idea of a prank? Poisoning a person's taste buds with the most repulsive flavor ever invented.
He is so opinionated.
It's hilarious. I can't believe you actually got me. And Neo's always trying to do these ridiculous pranks. Usually I can see him from a mile away. But messing around with great pastries? That's some risky business. You should be proud. I'm not easily pranked.
That played out way better than I thought it would have.
That was perfect. I couldn't picture it going any better. He totally thought you were a delivery person. This one will go down in family history. You should look into doing this for a living. I don't have much to give you, but seeing my brother eat a grape pastry was just priceless.
I'm glad I could help a prank from one brother to another. Speaking of which, is this a pastry shop? There's bread. There's a cake of some sort with a plant growing out of it. And is that supposed to be an oven in the back? A brick oven? That's a pizza thing. And that's literally just a slab of brick on the wall. Someone got lazy in asset creation. Okay. Maybe we will check out the central column thing here. This looks really cool. And like it's not much. It's just a... Ooh. That's kind of nice. You know what? I kind of want to get a photo or a painting of this. Just because it looks kind of nice. So we're going to. P to paint. Blank canvas. What if we did a skinny one? Of like just the fountain. And the archway. Try and center it up and make it all beautiful. Something like that. Oh, dang it. It's E, not P. My bad. See how nice that is? It's gorgeous. And that might just be for us, unless someone says they really like paintings of fountains. Then we might give it to them. Alright though, we're back out in the front. This is where we went down. So now we can head over to the left here. Man, this city is massive. And I'm debating making this episode just a lot longer and finishing Nava. It's tempting. Because I feel like there's not going to be enough left to do it in another episode. So we'll play it by ear. but I'm thinking we're getting close to the end of it. Ooh, is this an art gallery? It totally is. I see stuff I can grab though, so I'm gonna. Hello, museum or art curator.
Welcome to Yevgeny's Art Gallery and Supply. And before you ask, no, I'm not Yevgeny. And if you came to request a commission, unfortunately we can't help with that either. Yevgeny is totally backed up at the moment, but we do have painting supplies in stock.
Ah, that means we could just buy boards and cloth here if we need, or just straight up canvases.
Yes, but we're full, as I said. Normally folks just need to write down what they want and Yevgeny will paint it for them. The best painter in Nava, that Yevgeny. She's been painting her whole life, and doing commissions for at least 40 years. These days, she's spending more and more of her time on personal work. Good for her, I say, but still. We can't keep up with commissions like we used to, and demand is only growing.
Ooh, I can help.
Oh, are you a painter? We've been looking for someone to help with the workload, but so far no one's been up to Yevgeny's standards. Do you have a portfolio I can look at?
I have a painting I literally just painted.
Wow, your work is so detailed. You should show this to Yevgeny. She lives in the common tower. That's the big round building in the middle. You might just be the painter we need. She'll absolutely want to see at least 3 paintings though. Anything I can help with? Need some supplies?
Let's check some. So we can buy canvases for 5 glowstones each. Let's buy 2 of them. Super useful. Are all of these store keeps selling stuff? This guy is.
Hello. Do you want to buy any spices? Like pepper or whatever this is?
It's Leilani. Evelina?
I don't really know. I just sold a bunch of it to some guy though. So, probably.
She's head over heels for this girl.
Oh yeah? She's pretty great, isn't she? We met at the bread stand where she works. I really like bread, so I'm over there a lot.
She likes bread or she likes Evelina? We'll play along. I'm new to Eastshade. Where are some cool places to hang out?
Yeah? That's pretty cool, I guess. You like to travel? I have to travel to Lindo every week to get supplies. It's fine over there, but I wish I didn't have to go all the time. It's kind of like a creepy ghost town out there.
You must have fun sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, me and Evelina have been hanging out a lot. She's really great. Like the other day, she made me a special loaf of bread in the shape of a flower. She's just so cool.
Where's your favorite place? Yeah, we're new. That's a sound question to ask.
There's this cool hot spring on the Salt Spring coast. I used to go there when I was a kid. It's all the way at the end of the beach, and no one really knows about it. It's a perfect place for picnics.
And for proposals?
Yeah, maybe I'll take a trip out there soon. Well, I should probably get back to pretending to know about spices.
Okay, so that quest is done. We can ask about roots, sheds, and toxic tubers.
Yeah, I bought one. I knew it was a toxic tuber. It was pretty obvious. I already used it in a ritual, so you can't buy it back.
So people meant to buy these? Interesting.
I think they're kind of like the roots. They love dream teas too, but they believe only their gods should be able to drink them.
So the sheds and the roots are the 2 factions on that wanted poster we got?
They're a group of people who like drinking this special tea because it makes you have better dreams. They hang out in the cistern under the city, but sometimes they have meetings on the Salt Spring Coast beach. My brother loves drinking the tea, but it's so boring. I mean, it just makes you dream. You're asleep the whole time.
It sounds like a bunch of hippies.
They're a group
Oh,
of
crap.
My brother loves...
My bad. The music over there is so noisy. Hello? Oh, this guy looks so intellectual.
Welcome, friend. Would you like a guaranteed long and healthy life?
I love this guy. Yes, I would. Please, sell to me more.
My elixir will fortify you with the strength and vigor. Imagine a longer life for you and your loved ones. Sourced from hot springs around the island, this water is guaranteed to give you an extra 20 years, at least.
Oh, well, how do I know this works, you snake oil salesman?
Some of my longtime customers are practically living history books. They've been drinking the elixir for years, and not a day have they aged.
Is this backed by any studies?
Of course! Just look at all these happy people. They love it, and it works perfectly for them. Each of my customers is a testament to the strength of this powerful elixir. So, what do you say?
I will take a look.
Water is sourced from the life-giving springs of Eastshade.
Elixir of life. Ooh. Wasn't there also a life elixir from someone else? Hi, kitty cat. Why is the music so loud in these little nooks? I don't understand it. I feel like I want to finish checking out this market. And then we'll call it there, unless there's a lot more. We could talk to him, we could talk to her. You know what? I actually think this is where we'll call it. There is quite a bit more to Nava to explore, so we'll get to that next episode. We've got that giant tower to explore as well, which I'm pretty sure we have to paint. Is that part of our mother's last wish? The view from atop the common tower in the big city. So we need to climb that thing and then get a painting of the view, which is beautiful, I might add. There's my one. All right, though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me on today's Wind Down Wednesday. Like I said, next time we will hopefully finish exploring the City of Nava and then continue on our journey from there. But until then, as always, take care.